Welcome back, friends. It's Anders. Good to be back, and it's good to have you. Today we are talking about two cocktails, and I'm gonna make both of them. The Japanese cocktail and the improved Japanese cocktail. Now, both of these cocktails, obviously cut from the same cloth, but they are made in two different styles. One is also really old and one is not so old. And we're just gonna talk about them, compare them. I'm gonna show you how to make them. It's gonna be great. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more sips, tips, and recipes. And let's go make both the Japanese cocktail and the improved Japanese cocktail to the bar. Today's video is brought to you by Original Grain. They make handcrafted watches from reclaimed wood and other sustainable materials. Right now, they are offering a 20% off Black Friday sale because it's that time of year where it's like early Black Friday, but we are getting into the holiday season, so get those gift ideas going. And if you use the code Anders at originalgrain.com/Anders, you receive an additional 10% off. That's 30% off. Yeah, if dogs wore watches, I'd buy her one. But they don't. Dogs can't tell time. Currently, I am wearing this watch, which was my first Original Grain watch. This one is made from Reposado tequila barrels. I like the color, I like the weight. It's really easy to dress up or dress down. That's important, is the dressing down. I don't dress up so often just because I don't have anywhere to go. They also make watches from reclaimed Taylor guitars, which is very cool. Natural fallen pine trees, also very cool because you don't know when those things are gonna fall. And 100% recycled ocean plastic, which is important. There's way too much of that plastic in the ocean. Again, that code is Anders, ANDERS, no accents, just as is. Originalgrain.com/Anders. I will leave a link for all of this down below. Thank you, Original Grain. Now the video. The Japanese cocktail is not a Japanese cocktail. It was created by Jerry Thomas, the father of American mixology, in 1862. At least that's when we first see print in his book, How to Mix Drinks. Now, nothing about this cocktail is Japanese. Why did he call it the Japanese cocktail? That's a great question. I don't really know for certain, but David Wondrich suggests in the book Imbibe that it probably was named after the first Japanese diplomatic mission, which happened in 1860, 2 years before we see print of this cocktail. And that mission was in New York, which is where Jerry Thomas was. In fact, the Japanese representatives apparently were staying just a block away from Jerry's bar. He goes on in Imbibe and talks about a young man named Tommy. That wasn't his real name. His real name was Tateishi Onojiro Noriyuki. He was a socialite. He loved a good drink, so odds are he went there to have a drink. Probably this drink was created in honor of this event. So what's in it? Well, it's cognac, orgeat, and bitters. This is made similar to an old fashioned because you have a base spirit, sweetener, and bitters. Very simple. It's a bit sweet, served up, and it was very popular at the time. Fast forward 150 years, give or take, and Toby Cecchini invents the improved Japanese cocktail. He switches out the bitters and he adds lemon juice. Now, the idea of an improved cocktail is not new. From the beginning of bartending, bartenders have been improving cocktails and calling them improved versions of the cocktail. But usually, an improved cocktail is just an added splash of something, a dash of something, maybe an absinthe rinse. Rarely do you see an improved cocktail add an ingredient that changes the style of that cocktail, which this one does, because the improved Japanese cocktail has lemon juice added, which turns this drink into a sour style cocktail. And I just find that very interesting, and it works really well. Is it improved? We'll see. I know already, but we'll see. Now the booze. All right. For the original Japanese cocktail, we are gonna want cognac, orgeat, and Boker's style bitters, and lemon for a little zest at the end. For the cognac, you can use any good brandy and it's gonna do the trick. If you want this bottle, you can get it from my collection at Kiriata. For the orgeat, as always, I'm using my homemade, but if you don't wanna make your own or you're busy and you want a store-bought, then I would highly recommend, as always, Liber & Company Almond Orgeat. It's a lot like mine, but it has a little bit more of a toasty flavor, which is really good, and I like it very much. As for the bitters, this is a Boker's style bitters. The original recipe called specifically for Boker's bitters. And now, years ago, Boker's bitters was the go-to aromatic bitters in cocktails. And right around Prohibition, it disappeared, and people kind of forgot about it. Until recently, they started bringing it back. Now, if you can find a bottle that says Boker's Style on it or cardamom bitters, because that is one of the prominent flavors in Boker's bitters, then go ahead and use that. Now let's talk about the improved Japanese cocktail. We are gonna use that same cognac, we are gonna use the same orgeat, but we will use Peychaud's bitters instead of the Boker's bitters, and we will also add fresh lemon juice. Let's build. Okay, we are gonna both stir and shake these cocktails. The original will be stirred, because there's no citrus, and the improved will be shaken because there's citrus. So grab one of each, and we'll start with the original. So in a mixing glass, 2 ounces of cognac. To that, we will add half an ounce of orgeat and 2 good dashes of your Boker's bitters. Set that aside. Onto the improved Japanese cocktail. I'm going to scale it down a little bit so that it fits my cocktail glass. 1.5 ounces of cognac, 3/4 of an ounce of orgeat, 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lemon juice, and 2 good dashes of Peychaud's aromatic bitters. Now we can add ice and shake and stir. I'm gonna start by stirring because we'll be stirring a little bit longer, and then we can fold in the shake. Grab your chilled glassware and strain both cocktails into the glasses. So this is the improved here. And then we have the original. The improved version does not get a garnish, but the original does get a swath of lemon. We're gonna express the oils right across the top, make it look pretty, set it right on top. There we have the Japanese cocktail and the improved Japanese cocktail. Cheers. So now we taste them. Right up front, they look very different. The Peychaud's bitters gives the improved Japanese cocktail a nice pink hue. The original, which is what I'm gonna start with here, has a tan color. Yeah, it's not a real pretty looking cocktail, but cheers. I really think the lemon on top is really important. Very sweet. It has a silky texture, but it's almost the texture of syrup. You get the almond from the orgeat. I do like the cardamom flavor from the bitters in there. If you like a sweet cocktail, give this one a shot. I think I would shake it next time, just to add some air, lighten it up a little bit. Now, the improved version. Cheers. Let's answer that first question. Yes, it's improved. The lemon juice, really nice against the orgeat, keeps it bright. The Peychaud's bitters is a nice change. I like that it makes it a little pink. I think it's a prettier looking cocktail, but I almost missed that cardamom flavor a little bit. Oz, would you like to try these?
Okay. Hello. All right, let's try this.
Let's try it. Start with the original.
Okay, cheers. It's sweet. It's not bad. It's sweet. It's like a dessert drink. Like really sweet though.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a bad cocktail. I do think it's important to drink this one while it's cold, or even like half the size, so you could drink it, all of it,
quickly
while it's still cold.
Yeah, it's a little overwhelming. It does, but it tastes good though. Flavor is good. All right, next one, the modern, updated version. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's like completely different. It's really good, actually. It's still sweet, but it's like a sour candy. Is it improved? I think it's improved.
Okay.
But it's a different cocktail, it feels like.
Right. Can you call it an improved Japanese cocktail?
Sure. I mean, which one would I rather drink? I'd rather drink the improved one. Maybe you could try this one instead of the Peychaud's, do the cardamom bitters. It just will look a bit less nice, but hey, give that a shot.
In both cases, I would say use a quality orgeat because that is an important ingredient in both cocktails. Would you like to say anything about Tommy?
Oh, Tommy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. As a Japanese person, I have questions about this guy's name. Tateishi Onojiro Noriyuki. If you're Japanese, you know that Japanese people don't have 3 names normally. I mean, this was back in the 1800s, so I don't really know. But this to me sounds like he had 2 first names. So maybe if you guys know any more about this guy, let me know.
Apparently he was a handsome man, and he was had success with the ladies.
Good for him.
So
Good
yeah,
for him.
It probably didn't matter. He didn't care what people called him.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. I hope that you try these. Let me know in the comments down below which you prefer. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Goodbye.